Hello, is anyone there? Hello, surprise. I'm going live for a little while as I sit and crochet on Mara's off to college blanket. And so I'm sitting here making squares, and the dog is asleep. So I thought I should take the opportunity to say hi while you guys, while I crochet and while the dog is asleep. Hello, Carlene. I owe you an email. Hello. So I can talk to you here too. So I don't know if anybody's going to join us, kind of a last minute thing. While I am sitting here working on Mara's off to college blanket, we are at 8 days away. She moves out, or we move her out next Sunday. So I've got a lot of crocheting to do until then. Hello, Kathleen. So I thought I would sit and crochet, and while the dog is asleep, not asleep, while he's laying here resting, I thought it would be a good time to say hello. So, hello. I hope you guys are doing well. What are you up to on this Saturday afternoon? I am just going to I do mine in an assembly line. I don't know how you guys do it, but I make squares. And actually, I did the middles and the white round, and then Mara did the blue, and I'm doing some white rounds now. And I do it in an assembly line where I do a whole bunch, one row at a time, and then rather than making one motif all the way through. So you're making driftwood caps. Hey, thank you. That is so exciting. I'm really pleased. Hey, Brian. I'm really pleased about that, Carlene. I'm really touched. So thank you. Making lots of driftwood caps for Tamar's closet. Thank you very much. I will, pray that you get a bunch made and that they're well received and the recipients use them in good health and wellness. Yay. Kathleen, you're sitting here looking for a good border for your mom's blanket you're making. Did you see I do have an edging video up? It's got 4 edgings in it, really simple ones. But I need to make more of those for you, don't I? But you probably know a bunch of those edgings already. So Buffy, hello, you're crocheting a baby blanket. Bonnie, hi. Hey, hello. Lion Brand is on sale online at Joann's. Good to know, Carlene. That's really useful, especially for charity projects. So that's great. Yeah, that's a good idea to use sale items for charity, especially. Keeps your costs down and then you can make more, right? So absolutely. Okay, I think I'm going to start on the wrong side. We've been turning our rounds in here on this blanket. So you guys may or may not have seen the video that I put up this week about joining these squares together. Well, Mara has, it's a pretty big blanket already so far, but she would like it to be twin size to go with her new bed at campus. So I'm trying to feverishly make a bunch more squares to add to it, so that it is the right size. So you do talk, but I can't recall. Anyways, you have to research. Yeah, pop over and look. So Kathleen, yes, there is a video of 4 edgings. I need to make you more edging videos. That is one area that I need to bump up that playlist. Yes, Deborah is working on hats and neck warmers for an elementary school in Oklahoma City. Terrific. It's got many impoverished children, although it feels like 110 here. It won't be long before the cold weather will be here. That is absolutely the truth. I agree, Deborah. So it's very warm here today, but yeah, you have to, crochet all summer long, even when it's hot. And for those of you like in Florida and warm places, like it's never cool. So you can never wait till it's cool to start working. Let's see. Yeah, so I finished. Did you see on Instagram, I put up a photo of Mara's friend. Where's my phone? I made the star stitch hat for her, but I left the top few crown rows off because she likes to wear her hair up, and I want to show you a photo of it. I'm so pleased with how it turned out, and I think she just looks absolutely beautiful in it. So I'm going to show you a photo of her. This is Piscasia. And look at that. That's the star stitch hat without the top few rounds. So it turned into an ear warmer. So, and the hat is in my book, one skein crochet. And let me show you a picture of the actual hat um, with all the rounds as written in the book. But I just left the top few rounds off for her because she likes to wear her hair up. Let's see if I can find it now. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it now when I want it. Isn't that always the way it goes? So here's my official photos. I can't even find them. I can't even find them. Isn't that always the way? So the border, Kathleen, you need to use is between a join, but you don't want a boring stitch. I hear ya. Sometimes the edging makes all the difference in a project and takes it from like boring to really fantastic. And other times the blanket itself is so fantastic that you need a boring border. Otherwise it's too busy. So I get it. You have to balance the right border with the right project. Anyway, I'm sorry. I can't find the photo I want to show you. So it's the hat is all made out of star stitches, which I think is a spectacular stitch for multicolored yarn. And I think that many crochet stitches, it's hard to find the right stitch for a multicolored yarn. Oh, here it is finally. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's the hat in one skein crochet. That's the other hat. So this is the star stitch hat in one skein crochet, and there's the top of it. And then I just made like without the poofy part, without the like pom-pom-y part for Piscasia. So anyway, that's the hat. Anyway, let's see. A Bruges lace edging. Absolutely. I made a blanket with a Bruges lace edging, and I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it's called Remembering Bruges, and it's all like silvery gray. And it was one of my favorite blankets of all time. So it was like kind of a basic stitch pattern, and then the border. And I think I did a free crochet pattern of the week, yay, on the Remembering Bruges blanket, and the Bruges tape that went all the way around. And it's interesting, that pattern, because that's one pattern where I had to design the edging like first almost and figure out exactly how many stitches I needed to get that to come out right. So like I've had a couple people email me and ask me, how do I make that blanket bigger? How do I make that blanket smaller? And I'm like, that is the hardest project to do that, because like you need the exact number of stitches to get that multiple for that edging to work out just right. So anyway, although I loved it, I'm not sure I would tackle it again. So if you're one of those people who like it has to be exactly right, or it stresses you out, like that may not be the right project for you. But if you're one of those people where you can make the blanket and then you can maybe fudge a couple extra stitches around the edge to make the math work, then the edging will work, then you could probably handle it. Carlene, how did you made it in redwood? Did you enjoy the pattern, or did it stress you out trying to make the exact right number of stitches to get the edging out? So I used to think that I was a perfectionist, as you can tell by my clean laundry stack here next to me. That is no longer the case. And in fact, Hobie here likes to sleep in our clean laundry, which is why it's still here, because it's towels, and he was just sitting in it until he moved up here behind the couch behind me. So yeah, life. I'd rather crochet than fold laundry. So, you take the good with the bad, right? You can't do chores every minute of the day. Oh, good. Carlene is saying that she loved the blanket and loved it exactly as I wrote it. Thank you very much. I'm glad to have the feedback that it worked out for you. So, and also I'm grateful to the tech editors who always help with typos and making sure everything is mathematically correct. I don't know who the tech editor was for that project. Sorry, I can't remember. Ooh. But I am in general very grateful for my tech editors because they make me look good. And I appreciate that. until they change things and make it wrong, which, we're all human, so it happens. So I'm just sitting here working on the off to college blanket. The off to college spruce hat is now up. So that pattern has that's the red hat with the basket weave, and then the crown is kind of a linked double crochet Tunisian style top. So you can catch videos for right and left handed of that. Tech editors, hey there. Tech editors look at the written pattern and they make sure there's no typos. They make sure that the math is right. Like if I'm working on a circle and I add 6 stitches to each round, by the third round there should be 18 stitches. Like they do the algebra for all of that stuff. So they have to both be creative people who can kind of visualize, and they have to also be very good with math and detail oriented. So it's a very highly skilled, it's a big skill set. Their skills are very much in demand. I did some tech editing for a while. I hated it. I didn't do so well with it. I don't feel like it was the right place for me. So I was happy to let that go, but I did give it a good old college try at one point, and I think I was kind of average at that job. I wouldn't say that I was excellent at it, so I was glad to pass it along to people who are excellent at it. Hey, Brat's mom, Linda, how are you? Good to see you guys too. So while I'm sitting here crocheting on the off to college blanket, and the dog happens to be behaving, as you can see there, I thought I would get on and say hello to you guys. It's good to be here with you on this Saturday afternoon. How does one find a tech editor? That's a good question. There are lots of them on Instagram. My experience, I had them all through the magazine. So most of them work as independent contractors. So if you're on Instagram, you can search in no particular order. You can search Lindsay Stevens is a tech editor. Charles Voth is a tech editor. Randy Cavalieri is a tech editor, and her last name is spelled like Cavaliere. I think Randy, Randy, is her name. My good buddy Haley Zimmerman has been my favorite tech editor. She is also my soulmate best friend. I have a few best friends, but she's really a close, dear friend of mine, but she's been busy with other things at the moment. So I know she's not taking new clients at the moment. Shiri Moore, Shirimor, is a very good tech editor. If you can get her, she can be super busy. I know she does like a lot of stuff for Vogue. If you are a member of the Crochet Guild of America, I think there is a way to search for tech editors on their website. At least there used to be. I don't know if you have to be a professional member to have access to that list or not. Let's see. Also, you can look in books. So like if you have a magazine or a book, like in the credits, the contributors section, you can see that it'll list who the tech editors are, and then you can search their names. Lindsay Stevens, I don't think she's got a website. Who else? There's more that I'm forgetting, and I apologize to them. That doesn't mean that they're not quality tech editors, that I'm just suddenly blanking on a few names. Amy Polson, but I feel like her last name changed recently. AMY is her first name, Polson, POLCYN, but I feel like her last name changed. I really enjoyed working with her. Let me search her on Facebook real quick and see if I can find out if that's her right name right now. Amy Polson. She's on Facebook, Polcyn. All these people are on Facebook too. Lindsay Stevens, Randy Cavalieri. Um, anyway, Sherry Moore, there you go. So also, just a last minute thing. If anybody is interested in Pampered Chef stuff, there's another party going. So if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, or if you're on my Ellen Gormley Go Crochet page on Facebook and you're interested in being added to that group, you can. I'm kind of hosting it for a friend, but I'm no pressure. Like it's fine. Just do if you need something, just to put that out there. Let's see here. So it's on the, if you message me on Ellen Gormley /Go Crochet on Facebook, then I can add you to the group if you want to. All right. It's relaxing watching someone else crochet. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad to hear that. I really try to be a comfortable spot for you guys to hang out with me. Like, I really want you to feel like spending time with me on here is like having coffee with a friend or hanging out, at the kitchen table after dinner or whatever. So I hope that you guys are comfortable when you come and visit. Do I miss being on Knit and Crochet now because you miss me being on and not being on it? Well, thank you so much. Yes and no. Yes and no. I don't even know what to say. Like, it was stressful that week that we would film. It was like we would get our information so late, and then then you procrastinate, and then you hurry up and learn everything, and then you got to be on. You have to get it in one take or maybe two. But if you start taking longer than 2 takes, then things start like domino effect, and you get behind, and all the workers are what's the word? Union, and then it starts getting expensive. So it's kind of stressful. I admit my ego took a little bit of a hit not being on the show anymore. I was very proud of being on the show. So not being on the show anymore has been kind of hard or sad or something. So, but I really like being here with you guys and being with you right now, like interacting with you right now. On the TV show, it's like we would film and it would be several months later. And then I would have already forgotten what I had, been teaching. And then I didn't get to interact or have conversation with people or get feedback. And so, in a lot of ways, this is better. So, yeah, I do need to create my own show on YouTube. And you know what? I'm kind of putting together a studio. So maybe one day it'll evolve into an actual show. So I guess I should, I don't know, if the universe wants me to do that, then I will put that out there that I'm willing to do that and see what happens. So in the meantime, I am hanging out with you guys here and enjoying making videos for you and just being myself, and trying to have more fun with crochet and a lot less stress, and just enjoy it again as for what it is. So anyway, yeah, maybe I'll put it out there. God, if you want me to do a YouTube show, then I'll start to see indicators that I should go that direction, I guess. So Vicky Howell did. Yes, I know. Carlene, you're saying yes. Hey, Julie. Bonnie, do what makes you. Oh, thank you. You do what makes you. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Moose Gal. I appreciate it. You enjoy our visits over a virtual cup of coffee or tea. Excellent. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you do. So as the new people who have come today, if you want to hit the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. I'm just crocheting on the off to college blanket. I was looking at my statistics the other day for YouTube. I'm shocked at how many, it's like 70% of people who watch my channel are not even subscribed. I was floored. I had no idea. So, anyway, if you're here and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. You can subscribe to an unlimited number of channels. It doesn't cost anything. It only helps us that you subscribe, and it helps pull you into the feed for the shows that you like. So it's all good. Subscribe if you want. So, and hit the notifications bell. That way, like days like today, when I just pop in randomly without any warning, the notification bells let you know that I'm on. And then you can choose whether or not you have time to chime in. Yes, Moose Gal. This is the off to college blanket for our oldest child. Mara is going away to college next Sunday. So I will not be here live next Sunday. You can guarantee that. We'll be moving her in to Indiana University next Sunday. And so she and I have been making this blanket together, and we've been taking turns doing rounds. And we were doing it together earlier, but now I'm trying to really crank on it. There are videos for this blanket that I have on the CAL playlist for right and lefties. And it's already a pretty big blanket, but I want to get it up to twin extra long. So, isn't that funny that colleges all have like twin extra long um, beds? I guess it accommodates the basketball players and the football players and the tall people, the volleyball players. But anyway, I'm trying to make a blanket big enough for her bed. It's pretty big already, but now is the mad push to try and get it done by next week, which is silly because it's still going to be really hot, and she's not going to want to use this for at least another month or two. But I'm trying to get it done anyway. And then we also have a son, Patrick. He is 16, and he's not off to college yet, although I will try and make him some things when it is his turn in 2 years. So, yes. Bring lots of tissues and wear waterproof mascara. I know. I can't even really think about it too hard right now about her moving away. See, just thinking about it is going to get me. So, but it's the right thing, and she will have a great time, and I'm so excited and proud of her. And so, it's the natural right next step, right? It's like our whole purpose as parents is to raise independent children who can go out into the world and do their own thing and thrive. And so I'm really excited to let her have this next step, and hopefully she loves it. Please, God, let her love it. If you want her in college, please keep her in college. Oh, I think she's so tired from high school. Like her last year of high school was was really bad, and it wasn't entirely her fault. Mostly it was the combining of schools. She was in one school, and then there was another girls' school, and they were competitive, all girls schools, and they merged them and they put them on the other school's campus. And so there was so much tension for her senior year, because it was like, I keep saying it was like putting cats in a burlap sack and shaking it up. And so it was a really, really, really bad senior year. And we're so grateful that she is free from that school. But she's so exhausted from that experience that she doesn't really even want to go to school. But she really had a great time at her orientation a couple weeks ago. And I'm just praying that she gets she shows up and makes a couple friends and gets off and running and understands. Well, hopefully it'll be the right place for her, but hopefully she will feel like it's the right place for her. And that'll kind of fix all the damage from the past year. That's really what I'm praying for. But hey, if that's not where God wants her to be, then we will come up with a plan B. But for now, I'm hoping that that's where we go. But she's very excited about this particular school. I don't think she's real excited about the whole bureaucracy of school because of what happened last year. So hopefully now that it's a college and there's more freedom and stuff, that it'll all be okay. That's the plan. Yay. We're going to try. So yes, making blankets. I'm trying to make her back to school experience as seamless as possible. And Anybody else have kids off to college? Anybody else facing that unique transition time in your life? Have you already been through it? Can you send me some hope? Does it all work out okay? How many of you guys have kids who are already launched and married or happier with jobs and successful and like navigating life independently? Is that happening for you all? I hope so. We can only hope, right? We can only hope and pray and try our best. So, anyway, so yes, I will be bringing the tissues. Oh, Carlene, it does? Okay. Whew. I hope so. Look at Doggy back there. Oh, isn't he cute? He's so cute when he's sleeping. He got a haircut, so he's a little less fuzzy. Look at him just sleeping there. He thinks he's a cat because we have cats, I guess, and since they sleep on the back of the couch, I guess he realizes that that's where he belongs to. Anyway, so what else is going on? I was planning on filming this video today of the stole, and I didn't get around to it. I did, however, film the other day an unboxing video. Yay! So I am just waiting for the company's go ahead to see if they had a particular time that they want me to launch it so that it like fits in the calendar or the timeline of their marketing. So the video is filmed and not edited, but it won't take too long to do that. And so hopefully they'll get back to me and tell me like when they want it to go live so that it fits their marketing calendar and then I can get that out. And then so I'm excited about that. That was fun. Haven't had an unboxing video in a while. How much time is a good amount to spend daily on a project? If I say for brand new crocheters who are learning to crochet, I think they should spend 10 or 15 minutes a day learning. Enough time that they remember what they're doing from day to day, but not too much time that they get frustrated and quit. But in terms of a project, it just depends on what time you have. How much time do you have to devote to it? I will say that no matter how much time you spend on a project, you should always take a break at least once an hour and get up and walk around and maybe get something to drink, maybe stretch a little bit, stretch, and kind of get up and walk around, relax your shoulders and that kind of thing before you go back to it. So if you were to take like a 3 to 5 minute break once an hour, that is a good idea when you're having a marathon stitching session. So Linda, is Bratty a dog or a cat who drapes herself on the back of the recliner and helps you? Very good. Yeah. I have not had a dog since I was a kid, so having him has been quite an experience. Yeah, I'm talking about you there, dog. I am. That's so funny. So anyway, 3 kids went to college, 2 met their wonderful spouses there. Oh, that's good, Kate. I think kids these days just have such, is fear's the right word? Trepidation, anxiety? I'm not sure. But I guess I did too when I went off to college. And I mean, I was only an hour and a half away from my parents, but I was so independent then. Like I didn't really like look back. So hopefully, the anxieties will all like disappear after a week or two when when she gets into the routine and makes a few friends and all of that. So Linda, she's a cat, 16 and a half years young and a 3.5 year cancer survivor. Wow, that's amazing. Now, my first cat, Charlie, we had him for 16 years and he was just the best. He was a great cat. So he was a tuxedo cat also like our Minnie. But he also had a little mustache and I could not sit without him being on my lap. No matter where I sat, no, I could sit down for 3 seconds. He'd be planted on my lap. And he slept with me every night. I really miss him. He was a great, great cat. He was so gentle with the kids and really super tolerant of kids when they were little. He grew up with them. I literally got that cat maybe Tom gave him to me for Christmas the second year we were married, like the year or two before the kids came along, before Mara was born. And he was just a great cat. So I miss him a lot. You have two cats that are 18 years old. Wow. Now, we used to cat sit. A neighbor of ours had a cat named Elvira, and she was solid black, and she was 21. And my kids would cat sit. And of course, that meant I would go too because they didn't drive then. And I used to just worry that the cat was going to expire while we were there. It's like, please let this cat hang in there and she was so tiny and so delicate. And she was so old and fragile, but she was a very sweet cat. But she did eventually pass, but luckily not while we were watching her. So, yeah, pets are such a treasure. So, so I'm just crocheting away. So earlier I was getting kind of sleepy and I literally closed my eyes and was trying to see how long I could crochet without opening my eyes. And I got it almost all the way around sitting here. Do you ever do that? Do you ever crochet with your eyes closed and see how, then open them and see how it went? See what mistakes you made. So here I am crocheting with my eyes closed, and we'll see how this goes. So, with of course, a granny square is like the easiest thing to possibly crochet with your eyes closed because there's no like front post stitches to where you have to like guess where to put the hook. Of course, when I have my eyes closed, I can't see your comments, so I'm going to need to open them. But anyway, a little party trick for you. So, anyway. So hopefully I make it enough yarn to make it all the way through this round before I have to open another ball. I'm using Chic Sheep yarn for this project. You have fallen asleep in the middle of crocheting with your hands up in position. Oh, that's funny. So what else is going on? So yeah, I want to work on the wrap pattern for you. Of course, I always want to come up with new Tunisian and more how-to videos for you. I love having these crochet conversations. That would be nice to have at least once a week. I have not forgotten about the whole retreat option. So I'm kind of getting ready to start thinking about that again. I think we'll have to probably move it to spring though, because it's just getting too late to do it in October. Let's see, the end of September, I'm hoping that my book gets accepted into an event here. It's in Cincinnati called Books by the Banks. So we have a really wonderful library system here in Cincinnati, and it's the Cincinnati and it's the Public Library of Cincinnati and Hamilton County, I think is the official title. And we just have a really amazing library system here in Cincinnati. Well, they sponsor an event every year called Books by the Banks, meaning by the banks of the Ohio River, which Cincinnati is on the Ohio River. So I'm going to run out. I've got this much to go and I'm going to run out. So I think I'm going to pull back one round and start a new ball. Anyway, Books by the Banks is an event they do every year for local authors only. So meaning that only on display, it's like a convention or a fair where there's lots of tables and every author has a table and you can meet all the authors, but all the authors are local. They all have to be from like the greater Cincinnati area. And so back in 2011, for my first book, Go Crochet Afghan Design Workbook, I submitted my book for review and I was accepted into this event back then. And so let's find another ball of yarn. So I just submitted my book for this book. There's one. So I just submitted one skein crochet to this event, hoping that I'll get accepted and I'll be included in the event this year. So this year, Books by the Banks is September 26th at the Public Library of Cincinnati in Hamilton County. And it's a really neat event. They have it's at the convention center, and they'll have a huge ballroom full of children's authors. And then they'll have a huge ballroom of adult authors. And of course, that's where I would be. And it's just a neat thing to go and shop, and all the authors are there, and you can get all the books signed, and you just, it's, if you love books. So it's all kinds of books. So not just crochet, but I'll probably be the only craft author there, frankly. Maybe one other one. There might be a couple kids craft books, but in general, I will be the oddity in the group. But there'll be a lot of fiction, a lot of biography, a lot of nonfiction. Oh, let's see. I guess our time is now limited. Let's see what he does. Maybe he will settle himself down. Otherwise, maybe I'll have to go and take care of him. We'll see what he does. Anyway, I'm hoping that I get accepted into that event. And if I do, it's September 26th, I believe. So if you're anywhere near Cincinnati and want to come see me or come to the event, I would love to see you. So please. Whoop. You all right, Hobie? I guess he's okay. I just heard him shake, and he didn't cry or bark, so I guess he's all right. Let's see. Ellen, do I still answer students in my Annie's class, or is it better to ask on your Gmail? So some of the classes, my contract has run out and they don't send me questions. So I don't even see the questions. Some of the other classes, I still have a contract. So if there is a question, they will send it to me. The old classes where the contract is gone, I have no idea who's answering those questions or if they're getting answered at all. And that it bothers me because in the video, you can hear me saying, I'll answer your questions. It's but the contract is up and they've kept the class up and I'm not answering the questions because they don't tell me. So email me at Gmail and I will answer your question. Okay. That way you get your answer by me and I don't have any idea who's answering the questions. If they're answering them at all. I have no idea. Okay. Yeah, I hope I get accepted. Thank you. Thank you very much. Your cat sometimes falls off the back of the sofa when sleeping and blames you with a hiss. That is so funny. I can totally see that. You all right, buddy? Are you okay? Yeah? Come on. Come up here and sit. Come on. Come on. Why don't you come up? Oh, it's a good boy. That's a good boy. Why don't you go sit down? So we've left this leash on him so long. Of course, we take it off every time he goes to sleep every night and stuff. But he has decided that if he does not have a leash on, he doesn't have to listen. And if he doesn't have a harness on either, he goes nuts like a wild child, acting like he's free, and he runs around like crazy. So we've gotten in the habit of just leaving it on, and he behaves with it on and does not behave with it off. But of course, we try and give him a break from the harness as much as possible. And this is why I have left the towels there. I'm such an indulgent parent, aren't I? I'm now going to have to rewash all of these towels, and I don't even really care. I'll just rewash the towels. It's okay. Silly dog. You watched the unboxing video of the first copies of my book. It is not out yet. Those were the books that came on the fast flight from China instead of the slow boat. So the 10 books that I received, one went to Bonnie Barker. Did you guys watch her Fun Friday video? So Bonnie Barker did a review of the book. I sent one to her so that she could do her review. I sent one to Karen Hooley so that she could do a review. And then my book signing at Silk Road Textiles, they needed one. I need to keep one. I needed to mail one to Books by the Banks. So I'm like, so they only sent me 10, and I have, well, in my possession, I have one. So the other 60 are on their way, and they are supposed to be coming. So Interweave Books got purchased by Random House Penguin, and they sent me an email a couple days ago. Thank goodness, finally. That, well, not finally. I mean, they just bought the company, and so now they're catching up with other authors. They sent me an email that as of right now, there's not a promotional person or a publicist for the book. And if I have any ideas to go ahead and pursue them, great. I know they're trying to get their ducks in a row though, and they're trying to get up to speed as fast as they can. But they said that the publication date of September 17th is still on schedule. So that is the date that is up on Amazon. So I'm hoping that that my 60 copies will come sooner than that. And then I can email everybody who's on the waiting list that you all wanted the signed copies that will be $25 each. And so when those books actually physically arrive in my possession, I will begin emailing everybody who's on that wait list and invoicing, and then people who've changed their mind, I'll take off the list, and then I'll ship them out to the people who are on the list who pay by PayPal, and I'll give you all that information by email when that happens. And then if there are any leftovers, they will go to the people who are on the wait list. I think I've got 2 right now. I've got 2 people who are like, at this point, don't have a book. But if somebody changes their mind above them on the list, then they'll bump up. So right now, there's 62 people on a list for 60 books. So that's where we are right now. So if you want to get on the signed from me copy list, it's going to be $25, and you need to have a U.S. mailing address, and you need to email me at Ellen, ELLEN, gocrochet@gmail.com, and in the subject line put book wait list. And so that you would be somewhere after number 62 at that point. So it's first come, first serve. You're not on social media anymore, Carlene, but some authors use fans as launch team members. They agree to post about the book frequently. Oh, well, that would be great. I actually, with my editor before she was let go, because they downsized when Random Penguin bought them, not Pandem. We decided on the hashtag One Skein Crochet. So anytime you talk about the book or show patterns from the book or anything like that, if you could use the hashtag One Skein Crochet, I'd really appreciate it. So you can use that on Twitter, you can use it on Facebook, you can use it on Instagram, etc. So I'm already posting a little bit here and there on Instagram about the book using the hashtag One Skein Crochet. So yeah, absolutely. I consider all of you my team. And so if anybody wants to do that or be a more active part of the team, if you could help me with that, I'd really be grateful. Also, what also very much helps is when the book comes out, if you like it, if you say nice things on Amazon, that really helps a lot too. So, okay. So the stack is growing a little bit. Keep chugging away, right? Okay. So I think I'm going to hang out just a few more minutes, and then I will go figure out what the heck I'm doing for dinner. So Tom was hiking overnight last night, so I have no idea when he's going to be home today. It's tonight at some point. I don't know if it'll be, well, it's 6:30. We usually eat dinner at 7:30, so I don't know if he will be home in time for our dinner hour or not. We shall see. So I don't know how big of a dinner to make, but I usually start cooking at 7 for our 7:30 dinner time. I know that's late. It's really late for us too. I wish we ate sooner, but it seems like he always wants to maximize daylight and get tasks done before dark. And so he doesn't come in often from working outside in the yard or whatever until dusk. And so we just ended up settling on 7:30 at night for dinner time, which, the kids are starving. So they get two dinners. They usually come home from school and have a big old snack and then eat dinner again. Of course, Mara's going away to college, so she can come up with her own dinner time. Yeah, it's going to be weird. Yep. Anyway, so I'll have to start dinner soon. I don't know what I'll make. There's always the default of spaghetti or breakfast. Either one are usually good defaults. What are your go-to dinners? I have an Instant Pot, but I find that I don't really use it very much. I haven't really learned as efficiently how to use it as I could. All right. Well, if anybody's left on here, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for me. I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to just keep here stitching and having conversation with you guys, and then maybe I'll give it 3 more minutes, and then I'll close off and then go stare at the refrigerator with the door open, letting all the cool air out, and try and figure out what I'm going to make for dinner. Breakfast for supper is always a winner. Good. Peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, I love peanut butter and jelly, especially with white bread instead of healthy bread. Peanut butter and jelly with white bread is the best. Mara has been asking for grilled peanut butter and jelly lately. So instead of making a grilled cheese sandwich or a toasted cheese, like some parts of the country say, like a toasted cheese sandwich, I put peanut butter and jelly on the inside and fry it in a skillet with a little bit of butter. And that's grilled peanut butter and jelly. Now, when I was growing up, my mom used to make, maybe I'll make that. Well, I don't have white bread. She used to make what we used to call surprise French toast. So it was a jelly sandwich. So white bread with jelly and a sandwich. And then she would dip it in the egg like you would do French toast. And then she'd fry it in the griddle, like the sandwich, fry the sandwich in the griddle. And then the French toast jelly sandwich would come out and she'd put powdered sugar on it. And that was surprise French toast. And I used to love that. So maybe I should do that. So, of course, I'm so glad to spend time with you guys, Stephanie. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. You had a situation. Oh, are you all right, Kathleen? I hope everything is okay. Grilled peanut butter and jelly. Yes. You've been eating a lot of salad with chicken fingers on top. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yes, absolutely. Your dad would make you fried bologna sandwiches. You know what? My dad used to make that too. I'm now you're jogging my memory. I think my dad used to just fry the bologna in the skillet without bread. Fried bologna. I don't remember if he would do anything with that, or if he would eat it next to eggs, or what he would do. I do know that after we went to bed, my dad would pop popcorn and sit and eat it in front of the TV, and it would the smell of it would wake me up, and I would have to sneak out and get some because popcorn fills the house with that. And but of course that was kernels, pop, 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 kernels, really loud on the stovetop back then. So you're hungry now? Sorry. Let's see. Your dad. Okay. Yeah, Janet, nice to see you. Sorry I'm making you hungry. I was just talking about how I need to figure out what I'm making for dinner. So because it is 6:42 Eastern time here right now as I am live, and those of you who are watching on replay, sorry if I'm making you hungry at odd times. Let's see, toasted peanut butter and banana. I've not had that, although Hobie loves bananas and he loves peanut butter. And so one of the treat recipes that we have for him is like flaxseed with bananas and peanut butter, and then you like cook it and like use a cookie cutter and cut it apart and stuff. And so he loves peanut butter and banana together as well. So, okay, good, Kathleen. I'm glad things are okay. Okay, so Stephanie, you fry the bologna, then put it between bread with mayonnaise. Interesting. Okay. Your grandmother used to fry bologna for you guys? Yeah. I think my grandmother used to do Braunschweiger. Is that a Dayton, Cincinnati, Ohio thing? Do people know about Braunschweiger? So we're Ohio, especially Southern Ohio, is very much a German community, and my family heritage is mostly German. And my grandmother used to make Braunschweiger, which is this. Is it chicken liver? I think it's chicken liver, and you can get it at the deli at the grocery store. At least you can here, and it's like a bologna, but it's more soft, almost like brie kind of. Anyway, it's called Braunschweiger, and my grandmother used to make Braunschweiger sandwiches. And every so often, I get a hankering, I get a craving for Braunschweiger, but it doesn't usually last long. It's like I get one sandwich of it, and I'm like, done. Okay, I can wait another 5 years to do that again. You're going to have to find something to eat. Okay, Deborah, thanks for coming. Hey, Kim's Crochet, you were watching my hairpin lace tutorial? Hey, good. I'm so glad. Thank you for letting me know. 102 degrees in Fort Worth, Texas, so salad is light. Yeah, that's a good idea. You do like Braunschweiger, liverwurst? Is that what it? And liverwurst? Is Braunschweiger liverwurst, or is liverwurst something different? I always thought Braunschweiger was chicken liver. Is that the same thing as liverwurst? I apologize if I just don't know. Let's see. Okay. Add jelly to the toasted peanut butter and sandwich. Yes. It's all good. Okay. Liverwurst is way better than Braunschweiger. Your grandma used to make fried egg sandwiches. Yeah. Tom still makes those almost every weekend for breakfast for the kids. So, yeah. Nothing like food from your childhood, especially when someone else made it. Anyway, let's see. Kathleen says, I make my German grandma look bad, but I do love some stuff. Yeah, I don't really love a lot of German food. I just don't. Sorry. I mean, I am German and Polish and Irish, but I don't know. I'm so far removed. I'm more of a mutt and more of a mixed ethnicity that I don't even know what I am anymore. I just like what I like. Might be the brand name. Oh, that's a good point. Okay. Better than bologna. Oh, that's true. It's like a banana split on top of toast. Crazy good. Interesting. Okay. So what am I crocheting? I am making squares for the off to college blanket. And it's the video that I put up this week. So there's like several videos of it in the playlist for the crochet along. It's the blanket Mara and I are making together for her to take with her to college. And it's mostly done, but I am adding more squares because we want it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm still making squares, even though most of it's together. So, and Mara was making a lot of squares today too. Thank you so much. I will take all the luck and prayers I can get sending my daughter off to college next Sunday. So that's going to be quite an experience. And yeah, it is what it is, right? So I'm sure, millions of people go through it every day. Funny, that's what I used to tell myself about childbirth before I gave birth to. It's okay. Millions of people go through it every day. It's like, I'm sure I will survive also. So it's okay. It's a good thing. In general, overall, it's a good thing. It's just stressful for a month or so until we all get in a new routine, right? Probably. Anyway, no, I guess it doesn't really make it any easier, does it, Kathleen? So, but I guess some ways, I guess it makes it easier because if most of the people can survive it, so can I, right? Yes. My stepdad is doing well. Thank you, Carlene, for asking. So he is, I need to get up there and visit. Um, he is now walking with a walker. He is still in rehab, but he's doing significantly better. He still is not talking. He still is on a feeding tube. He, I don't, he's, but he's not had pneumonia, knock on wood, in probably a month now. So we're hoping he can stay sitting up and walking and more upright so that he can keep the pneumonia away this time. He's had it way, way, way too many times over the past year. So he's doing well right now. So we're grateful for that. So he's coming up on a year of this, well, this latest batch of ill health. September 26th or something is when he had his big surgery last year, and he's basically hasn't been better yet since then. But he had been okay for like 3 years before that, and then he had had a lot of health problems for a couple of years before that. So it's like health problems for a couple of years of health, and now a solid year of stress. So hopefully he's starting another cycle of a couple of years of wellness. Although this one is a pretty rough one. I mean, I don't know if he will ever regain his speech or ability to eat orally again. I don't know. So, but thank you for asking. So we're in a good holding pattern at the moment. Although I don't know if he would agree, but yeah, keep trying, right? All right, I'm going to take off for now. Thank you, everybody, so much for keeping me company. It's time to go open the fridge and stare inside and see if I can find anything that sounds appetizing for dinner on this hot day in Southern Ohio. Breakfast seems like a good vote from what everybody is saying. So I don't know if I have salad stuff, but yeah, I'll see what I can do. I can always put some eggs in the Instant Pot and make um, egg salad sandwich. I could do that. So, anyway, thank you everyone for keeping me company while I crochet, and I appreciate your energy and your prayers and your good wishes and all of that. And so, thank you. My stepdad's first name is Dave. So I appreciate that. So yeah, if you want to add him to your prayer list or keep him in your thoughts, I certainly would appreciate it. We can use all the good wishes and prayers we can get. His first name is Dave. And all right. So then have a great evening, everyone. And I hope to come back here on YouTube very soon and keep you all posted with crochet goodness that hopefully is going on. You can tell me about what's going on there with you. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.